Well, since today's Supreme Court's ruling did not directly address the issue of birthright citizenship, it leaves hundreds of thousands of families here in the U.S. in legal limbo, as the administration argues it does not apply to illegal immigrants. For more, I'm joined by our immigration reporter, Camilo Montoya Galvez. Good to see you here. So what could this mean for birthright citizenship? Because I think that a lot of people are looking at that. There's a number of people in this country who are here by way of parents who were born in this country, but we know that this administration has tried to make that distinction.
Well, if it takes effect, Jerika, the president's proclamation would deny birthright citizenship to the children of people who are in the country illegally, but also immigrants who are here on temporary visas, such as...
This has got the world upended right now. This has got the world in a frenzy right now. And I know the comment section is going to go kaput. Let me ask you all something. Should children born in the U.S. to undocumented immigrants be granted automatic citizenship? Why? Or why not? Question, comment below. Let's get this started.
Tourists or business travelers. But again, that is a very big if. And the Supreme Court is allowing the Department of Homeland Security and state to develop and issue guidance to enforce this proclamation if the courts allow it to.
Think about this for a second. If this does go into effect, if, right? It's a small if you ask me. No pun intended. 250,000 children born a year, immigrant children a year. What's to happen to these children? We kind of understand what's happening to the parents now. Like, you can go back and look at the videos. I'll, link it in the video here. But what happens to the children who were born here? 250,000 children a year. Comment.
Take effect. On paper, his proclamation is set to take effect in the next 30 days. But as Jessica explained, there's going to be litigation across the country throughout federal courts to decide the question of whether it's actually constitutional and legal. But it is important to note that some organizations have already filed class action lawsuits to try to block it through a different legal mechanism. And judge after judge, Jerika, has already found that this is likely at odds with the U.S. Constitution.
What does this mean for non-citizens who either have or are planning to have children here?
It's a critical question. We know that this is causing a lot of uncertainty and confusion because this order, if enacted again, would apply to a very significant number of people. One study found that 250,000 babies, if this is enacted, would be born here without U.S. citizenship each
255,000. I stand corrected.
Year. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of babies annually. So this is a really significant population. And not only would they be born without U.S. citizenship, but without access to key benefits and services, and they would become part of the broader undocumented population.
And I understand before you go, you have new reporting about Haitian migrants in this country and Trump administration ending certain protections.
The Trump administration is terminating the temporary protected status legal program for hundreds of thousands of Haitian immigrants who are living in the U.S. and who currently are protected from deportation. But starting on September 2nd, they will be forced to leave the country voluntarily or become undocumented and potentially face arrest and deportation. The administration is telling these Haitians, about 350,000 of them.
Here, I just want to add some context. Let me tell you why this is so important. I'm going to try to whip through this real quick so you guys can get back to your life. The U.S. versus Wong Kim Ark, 1898, upheld that a child born in the U.S. to non-citizen Chinese immigrants was born in the U.S. under the 14th Amendment. This case forms the bedrock of modern birthright citizenship. This is it. This goes all the way back to 1898. So this is what people are going to lean on. They're going to say, listen, no. This goes back a long time and there were protections put in place. I want the same protection for my children. Just think about that for a second. And if you think of something different, you know what to do. Hit it below.